Generally, people are very afraid of debilitated planets. Are they really bad? Very bad. Always bad. Not entirely true. Like everything in astrology, debilitated planets also have many aspects in their analysis. So, in today's video, I will basically talk about when the debilitated planets become good. First of all, I believe all of you know it, but still, Sun becomes debilitated in Libra, Moon in Scorpio, Mars in Cancer, Mercury in Pisces, Jupiter in Capricorn, Venus in Virgo, Saturn in Aries. The debilitation for Rahu Ketu, I don't take. Right. So these are the basic debilitation rashis for every planet. Now, let's understand one thing. A debilitated planet is a weak planet, and a debilitated planet is a negative planet. I have talked about this in a previous video regarding debilitated planets that there is something known as Neechbhang. People mistakenly attribute this as Neechbhang Rajayoga. Neechbhang, according to me, is not a Rajayoga. So a debilitated planet is weak and a debilitated planet is negative. Now, weak planet, for example, you say a house lord is weak, you say fourth house lord is weak. Now, fourth house indicates home, property, land, vehicle. When it is weak, the chances of having a land, property, vehicle is weak in native side, right? Only this weakness is eradicated by Neechbhang. That's the first thing. But you say there are three stages of planet: mediocre planet, strong planet, weak planet. So after Neechbhang, the debilitated planet who is weak does not become a powerful planet. It becomes a mediocre planet. Only powerful planets which does indicate that they will give greater results as compared to normal planets produce Rajayoga. See, every planet indicates something, right? So when the planet is powerful, whatever thing that the planet indicates become powerful in the life and personality of native. This power in life and personality of native is what gives the Rajayoga, right? What gives the Rajayoga result. So first thing is that a debilitated planet with Neechbhang does not become exalted, it becomes a normal planet, and the weakness that is lost is regained by the planet. The planet becomes a normal planet. Now, for Neechbhang to happen, the debilitated planet should be in Kendras to ascendant or moon, 1, 4, 7, 10 houses from ascendant or moon, one thing. The Rashi Lord, exaltation Rashi Lord of the planet and debilitation Rashi Lord of the planet, when these two planets, either of them or both of these, are in Kendras to Lagna or moon, then also Neechbhang is there. When the exaltation Rashi Lord is connected to the planet or debilitation Rashi Lord is also connected to the planet who is debilitated either by conjunction or aspect, then also Neechbhang happens. The planet becomes normal result giver. But the basic point is that debilitated planet is weak and negative. With Neechbhang, the weakness of the planet is lost, but negativity of the planet still remains there. So planet getting Neechbhang, though it becomes mediocre powerful, but it still have a negative results. And generally, in these cases, the planet becomes problematic, more problematic than what it would have done by being in debilitation alone, because debilitation also induces weakness, right? So when fourth lord is weak, there is weakness of finances, because of which one cannot purchase homeland, property, vehicle, and all of these things. But on the other hand, when fourth lord have become negative, then one can purchase property. But there will be bad results from property only, right? So litigations because of property, litigation with neighbors, etc. These things, will litigations, fights, etc. with neighbors or to others because of property is what is the result, right? That is going to come. So negative result and weakness of the planet are two different things that you have to understand. Now, with the cancellation of debilitation, the weakness comes to normal condition. Now, when the planet become positive, is the point. So two things are there. I have recently talked about this particular thing, that when the exaltation Rashi Lord of the planet or debilitation Rashi Lord of the planet is in Kendras, right? 1, 4, 7, 10 houses, 4 Kendras, is in Kendras to Lagna or Moon, then cancellation of debilitation happens. Along with cancellation of debilitation happening, it also makes the debilitated planet positive, makes him Rajayoga result producer. Only this is the case where it is real Neechbhang Rajayoga. So for Sun, the exaltation sign lord is Mars, the debilitation sign lord is Venus. For Moon, exaltation sign lord is Venus, debilitation sign lord is Mars. For Mercury, exaltation sign lord is Mercury itself, debilitation sign lord is Jupiter. For Jupiter, exaltation sign lord is Moon, debilitation sign lord is Saturn. For Venus, exaltation sign lord is Jupiter, debilitation sign lord is Mercury. And for Saturn, exaltation sign lord is Venus, debilitation sign lord is Mars. When these planets, exaltation and debilitation sign lord, is in Kendra to Lagna or Moon, then the planet, the debilitated planet, does not only loses his debilitation and becomes a normal planet, but also becomes a positive planet, also becomes a Rajayoga producing planet. Now, Rajayoga producing planet means in the Dasha Antardasha of this planet, good results will be there. Right? The result of Rajayoga will be there, name, fame, power, authority, status will be there. Secondarily, in things signified by the planet through the lordship of houses and through the natural signification of the planet, in these areas also person will enjoy good results, beneficial results, auspicious results, and there will be enjoyment related to the things signified by the planet, both by their natural results and by their ownership of houses as well. This is one thing. Another point is, we know that Navamsa is very important divisional chart, right? So if a planet is debilitated in Rashi chart, but the same planet becomes exalted in Navamsa chart or goes into own Rashi in Navamsa chart, then also this debilitation is cancelled. So Rashi represents the Rashi, Navamsa represents the nakshatras, right? One Navamsa is one nakshatra pada. So when the planet is debilitated in Rashi but exalted or own Rashi in D9, it does mean that at nakshatra level the planet is good. Right. So in this regard, the planet starts giving good result. The planet starts giving Rajayoga result. The debilitation is not more negative now. It becomes positive. It gives good result in Dasha Antardasha and related to the signification of planet, as I have just explained. However, in all of these cases, you have to understand, if a planet was already exalted in Rashi chart and remains exalted in Navamsa or goes to own Rashi in Navamsa, that planet will be very, very powerful. So this planet who is debilitated in Rashi but exalted in Navamsa, you cannot compare this planet with the previous planet which was exalted in both Rashi and Navamsa. Right? Being exalted in both Rashi and Navamsa will also mean that it is Vargottama. Right? So though the planet which is debilitated in Rashi and exalted in Navamsa becomes good result giver, Rajayoga giver, but this Rajayoga is nowhere equal to a planet which is exalted in both Rashi and Navamsa, or the one which is exalted in Rashi chart and own Rashi in D9 chart, right? This you have to understand, that though the planet have started producing Rajayoga, but that Rajayoga is not that great, right? So the expectations that we are having, that expectations have to be kept under control with the planet, right? Another thing is, in the first case as well, a debilitated planet where the exaltation Rashi Lord and debilitation Rashi Lord of the planet is in Kendra to ascendant or moon becomes powerful. But if the planet was already exalted or in own Rashi, and in that case, the exaltation and debilitation Rashi Lord of the planet comes in Kendra to ascendant or moon, then it will be a very super Rajayoga, and this Rajayoga will be much higher than the Rajayoga that I have previously mentioned to you, right? So this thing one have to understand, that the result produced by a naturally good planet is very different, because many a times I have seen that people go by this particular thing that, sir, debilitated planet is making Rajayoga in my horoscope, but you see this, I wanted, this did not happen. They produce good result, but your expectations and wishes are according to the highest standard of planet, right? So you cannot expect to meet it. Right? So for example, you say if the fourth lord is exalted in Rashi chart, goes to own Navamsa goes to own Navamsa. So person will have multiple properties and it will enjoy from multiple properties as well, right? This is very good result. On the other hand, if fourth lord is debilitated in Rashi chart, goes to own Rashi in Navamsa chart, though the debilitation is cancelled. So otherwise debilitation should have meant that person will not be able to purchase land property even if they purchase, they cannot enjoy it. Now, because the Navamsa have, by going in own Rashi in Navam, the planet will give property to the native, but it will not be multiple properties. The native will enjoy the property, will happily live in the property, but that enjoyment and happiness will be disturbed very often. Not always disturbed, but very often it will be disturbed, right? So such understanding should be very, very clear. One more important thing is that you see in Vedic astrology, D60 is a very important regional chart, right? One thing is there, if debilitated planets become Vargottam, goes in same Rashi and same Navams, that is also a very frequent question. Now, Vargottam planet produces Rajayoga, debilitated planet is weak. Right. So, Vargottam debilitated planet produces Rajayoga of a lower extent, right? It is like you getting profit of 10 lakh rupees versus you getting profit of 1000 rupees. Certainly, when you are gaining 1000 rupees, you are still gaining, but it is not a very great gain, right? So, this is debilitated Vargottam. Debilitated Vargottam, the planet is weak but producing good results. So, good result it will produce, but weak good result it will produce. Now, here, if the debilitation is cancelled and the planet is still Vargottam, then in that case, the benefit is not 10 lakh rupees, which should be in the case of a normal Vargottam planet, but it should be at least 5 lakh rupees, right? So this way, in this particular way, right, as per in which where the planet comes in the line of from the weakest condition to the highest condition, where the planet falls in, based on that, I believe the demarcation and the prediction should be made. One more important thing is there that if a debilitated planet goes to an auspicious D60, right? Because D60 is a very important divisional chart, Ashtamangala, right? If a debilitated planet goes into an auspicious D60, the planet becomes positive. Planet gives positive result. Now, when it comes to D60, there are two things into it, right? The planet should go into a good D60 Rashi. Good D60 Rashi means planet in D60 should go into Libra, Taurus, Cancer, Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, or Sagittarius. This is good D60 Rashi. While going into good D60 Rashi, he should also go under good D60 Amsha. Now, in D60, as the name says itself, D60, 60 divisions, right? There are 60 lords of D60. Some of these are beneficial, some of these are not. You go to my website, there is a particular article that I have written in 2017. D60 Sastyamsh Devata, right? You can see the article. Now, in this, I have written B means bad, G means good. So, Ghora is a deity, is a bad deity. Rakshas is a bad deity. Deva, Kubera is a good deity. So, any debilitated planet going into an auspicious Rashi in D60, Taurus, Libra, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, Cancer, while also going into Kubera D60, Deva D60, right? Apampati D60, Amrita D60, Indu D60, Mridu D60, Heramba D60, Brahma D60, Adra D60, Kalinash D60, Chitish D60, Kamalakar D60, right? Soumya D60, Komal D60, Sheetal D60, Indumukh Shashtyamsha, Praveen Shashtyamsha, Nirmala Shashtyamsha, Chandrarekha Shashtyamsha is an auspicious planet. And even if the planet is debilitated, the auspiciousness of the planet continues. And this planet can produce Rajayoga. You go to Jagannath Hora, you land here. You go to Amsa rulers. In this Amsa rulers, you right click, you select D60. You will have the name of the D60 lords. If you have any difficulty reading the name, you can just take the index number. For example, index is 53. Now you go to my article, you come to 53. 53 is Nirmala. 53 is Nirmal. What I have written in front of Nirmal, G. G means good. So Nirmal is a good Sastyamsha. So Lagna is going into a good Sastyamsha, right? The planet going into a good Sastyamsha, lauded by good Sastyamsha deity, going in a good Sastyamsha Rashi, produces Rajayoga, even if the planet is debilitated, does not matter. Right? This one. Apart from this, there is one particular shloka. Tasmin Ucche Niche Va Shrimanta. Both exalted and debilitated planets give wealth. Now, whenever I say this, person is like, sir, I have a debilitated planet, will it give me wealth? See, the planet, first of all, should be wealth significator. So if the planet is second lord, 11th lord, two houses which indicates wealth and it is debilitated, it is a wealth significator. It being debilitated will give great wealth. If the planet is situated in second house and 11th house, which indicates wealth, and the planet is debilitated, yes, it will give wealth. Planet in 11th from Arud Lagna, which indicates wealth, is debilitated, it will give wealth. Benefics in 3rd, 6th, 7th, 8th, 10th, 11th houses from moon does indicate wealth, and if the planet is debilitated, then it will give wealth. So with the shloka Tashmin Uchche Niche Va Srimantah, we know that debilitated planets give money. That is also true. But at the first place, they should signify wealth. So if the planet is making a Dhani Yoga and that the planet is debilitated, or if the planet is in a house which does indicate gain of wealth and the planet is debilitated, then the debilitated planet indicates wealth. In fact, it indicates huge wealth. But the differentiation between an exalted planet giving wealth and a debilitated planet giving wealth is exalted planet will give gain of wealth through good means, whereas debilitated planet will give wealth through immoral, questionable means, right? That's the only difference between them. Other things are okay. One more thing is there, like if two debilitated planets are situated in Kendras to each other. In this case also I have seen, because the planets become Paraspar Karak. If two debilitated planets are in Kendra to each other and they get any of the previous conditions of becoming Raj Yoga producer. First condition was their exaltation, debilitation sign lords going in Kendra to ascendant or moon. Second condition was these planets going into good Navamsa. Third condition was these planets going into good D60. So having any of these three conditions, if two debilitated planets are in mutual Kendra Kona to each other, same Rashi, 7th Rashi or 410 Rashis to each other, then this will produce a very great Raj Yoga, which will be very good. That is another thing. Apart from that, what I have also seen that Upachaya houses, 3, 6, 10, 11 houses, malefic planets are good there. Now, some people go by the point that if debilitated planets are there in these houses, 3rd, 6th, 10th, 11th houses, then also these planets produce good result. Though I don't completely go by the point, any debilitated planet in 3, 6, 10, 11 houses will also produce disease related to the planet. But apart from that, not producing Raj Yoga, but in their Dasha Antardasha, these planets give wealth. Right, so debilitated planet in 3, 6, 10, 11 house is also very good. Apart from that, in other bad houses, 8th house and 12th house, debilitated planet is not very good as such. Right. This should be kept in mind, right? Kendras, you generally don't want debilitated planets in 1, 4, 7, 10 houses. Because if debilitated planets are there in Kendras, then they will snatch away the support from the life of the native. The earlier condition where two debilitated planets are in mutual Kendras to each other, not in Kendras to Lagna, is a different thing, right? Kendras to each other and Kendra to Lagna are two different things, right? A debilitated planet in Kendra to Lagna, the debilitation of the planet will be cancelled, but this planet is not very good for Kendras as such. The planet will give wealth and Raj Yoga in their Dasha Antardasha. But a debilitated planet in Kendra snatches away the support system of the native, which they will also do. Right? So this you will have to keep in mind. Apart from this, now because I have told you all the conditions for the planet, right? The debilitation of the planet, and also told you initially that a debilitated planet is both weak and negative. Now, if there is a debilitated planet whose debilitation is not getting cancelled and neither he is converting into a Raj Yoga giving planet by the three formulas that I have mentioned to you, neither he is connected to wealth related houses, in which case it will give wealth. If none of these conditions are happening and still if the planet is debilitated, then that debilitated planet produces very bad result. And that is the case where you actually see the real bad results of debilitated planets, right? So many times it is like, people generally make the comment that, oh, this debilitated planet is there, but it is nowhere producing the result as mentioned by sages. Sages are not incorrect. The knowledge is finite, right? So if a planet remains debilitated, does not, the Neechbhang is not there, the debilitation is not converting into good combination, then the real bad result of debilitation come into play. Now, regarding remedies, two things are there. See, debilitated planet, if the debilitated planet is lord of a good house, lord of first house, fifth house, ninth house, right? Kendras, lord of Kendras, and planets in Kendras are always good. 159 house planets are good. Any planets situated in these houses are good. If the planets are debilitated planets, then they will try to produce good result, but because they are debilitated, they are weak, they cannot produce much good results, but still they will try to. So one way you can also say that debilitated planets in 159 houses are good because they want to do good, but this good they can only do in their dasha antardasha. Related to these houses, they cannot do any good, and even in their dasha antardasha or otherwise in general analysis also, only bad results related to 159 houses are seen if debilitated planets are situated there. However, my basic point was that if debilitated planet is 159 house lord, right, Lagna lord, fifth lord, or ninth lord, then in that particular scenario, to strengthen the debilitated planet, gemstones you can wear. And by wearing the gemstone, the debilitated planet can be strengthened. The gemstone for every planet and how to wear the gemstone, on that I have recently written an article 3-4 months ago, I believe. So you can go to my website www.shubhamalok.com and there you can read the article, right? It is a very recent article. First in the blog section, you will find it. So as you go to the website, what happens? You land here in the website. You go to blogs. In the blogs, the first article is Rituals of Wearing Gemstone and Installation of Yantra. I've recently written in February 2024. This you can read. I have given the procedure on how to wear the gemstone, how to install a yantras, and apart from that, I have also given many mantras and many secret things related to planets and how to interpret it. So, a must-read article. Whether you want to wear a gemstone or not, that is another point. But very, very must-read article, I will say from my side. So this you should do. Apart from this, you see, if the debilitated planet is not lord of 159 houses, in that particular scenario, the planet will generally be negative by their house lordship as well. Now, to a debilitated negative planet, the planet is already negative, and with the debilitation, the negativity is increased. In that particular scenario, wearing gemstones, metals, etc. of the planet is not recommended at all. Then, in that particular case, what you should do, you should worship the planet. By worshipping the planet, visiting the temple of the planet, chanting the mantra of the planet, the debilitated planet can be pleased, right? Like worship is prayer. And through prayers, person is pleased, so is a planet. So visiting temple related to the planet, chanting mantra related to a planet is a very good remedy for debilitated planets. And even better remedy is worshipping the form of Narayan associated with the planet. Right? Because Narayan is Anugrahamruti. So if you worship Narayan, the form of Narayan related to the planet, Narayan will surely do Anugraha on you. And any worship, you do worship for 1 day, 2 days, then you say, I did not get the result. This is not the process. You do a worship at least for 3 years continuously to see the result. Otherwise, the result will not be felt. So for sun, worship of Rama, for moon, the worship of Krishna, for Mars, the worship of Narasimha is recommended. For Mercury, you can take any Guru, Chaitanya, Mahaprabhu, Ramakrishna, Paramahansa, etc. that you should worship. For Jupiter, Vaman is to be worshipped, but Vaman you cannot worship at home. So Sri Satyanarayan you should worship for Jupiter. For Venus, I believe Goddess Lakshmi you should worship. Because Lord Parshuram should not be worshipped at home as such. There are pilgrimages related to Lord Parshuram where certainly you can go. Pilgrimages related to Lord Vaman, certainly you can go. For Saturn, I will say Pandharpur is best. Sri Vitthal of Pandharpur, there you can go, or you can follow any guru like you do for Mercury. You follow any guru, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Ramakrishna, Paramahansa, etc. for Saturn. That will also be very good. For Rahu and Ketu, though Varaha and Matsya are the incarnations that should be worshipped, but they cannot be worshipped at home. So I believe for Ketu, any Vishnu temple which is located near a sea, and a Puri, Dwarka, Rameshwaram should be visited. And the form of the Godhead situated there should be worshipped. And for Rahu, I believe Badrinath, Nar Narayan is the best remedy that one can do. So because Narayan is a Nugraha Murti, if you worship the form of Narayan associated with the planet, that will also help you a lot in fighting the negative results of the debilitation of the planet, making the planet strong. Or you can directly worship the planet itself chant the mantra related to the planet and mantras, etc. related to the planet. You will find in this particular article rituals of wearing gemstone and installation of yantra. Right.